Aaron Rodgers might be the biggest drama queen, but he has to end up somewhere. Everyone, welcome back to Effect Real. Today, we're going to be discussing where Aaron Rodgers is going to land, why it's going to be a good place for him, and is it not going to be a good place for him? I don't really know, but we're going to dive into it. But it's important to note that it's Monday, March 10th. So all these trades are now happening. People are going places and places and places and things. It's like a Dr. Seuss book out there. So by the time this video comes out and is edited, it might already be news. I don't care. I did the same thing with DK Metcalf yesterday, and I was like, oh, these are his potential landing spots. And I had Steelers as being the funnest option, so congrats to me. I didn't say that's probably where he's going to go, but I said it was the funnest. What do you want from me? Let's get into it. So to get into the Aaron Rodgers saga, right? Fantastic on the Packers, whatever. He went on the Jets, and the hype was real. Hard Knocks is absolutely popping his first year. People are like, oh my God, it's amazing. He comes out, he's carrying the American flag, and I've never bled red, white, and blue more than I have in that exact moment. But then what happened was kind of interesting because he went ahead and, well, tore his ACL on like whatever, the first drive or second drive, and it did not look good ever since then. Next season he came back. He actually played all the games, which I thought was pretty impressive. But when he played all the games, he didn't exactly do incredible, but he didn't do terrible. He had 3,897 yards, 11 interceptions, and 28 touchdowns. Overall, the offense just looked absolutely clunky, and they had no idea what was going on there. Halfway through the season, he panicked and picked up Davante Adams because for some reason, adding Davante Adams, an older wide receiver, who, yes, he was fantastic and is fantastic, was a solution to all the problems, which it was not. But it wasn't the worst year for Davante Adams. He had some huge games later in the season, and I know that for a fact because, well, I bet on him a lot. But Aaron Rodgers' overall attitude is that he's just done. You can tell he's done with the Jets organization and only wants to keep playing football just to prove that he has some more left in the tank and that they were in fact wrong and he was right. Let's dive into his potential landing spots. So look, Sam Darnold is now a Viking. Justin Fields is now taking over the Jets. There's just quarterback. Geno Smith went to the Raiders, which is still like a weird shakeup, but it's whatever. So there's a lot of people in different places. So it doesn't leave a ton of options for him. Matt Stafford resigned as well. So where is he going to go? Option one is the New York Giants, right? He doesn't even have to change houses. He can go to the same field. Now, this would just be good, clean, funny if you're a Giants fan. I mean, what a laughable organization move to actually go ahead and take the guy in at quarterback who was, playing in the same field, but is not good. He's old and he's washed up. And it's funny that he plays at the same place because the turf basically ended his career there anyway. Honestly, though, he doesn't really seem like he's a fit for New York because he seems more like a country quarterback. I don't really anticipate him being like, ooh, look at me, I'm a city guy. Overall, though, the Jets and the Giants, though, they don't play in New York. They play in Jersey. So Buffalo Bills is still really the only New York team. Now, I understand their quarterback room is not great, but he can go in there and actually just whip them into shape, which I think might be part of the reason of why they want Rodgers to go there. Overall, it's just good, clean, funny because him playing in the same space would just kind of make it more drama than Real Housewives, and there is no one more dramatic than this guy right here. The Vikings are another potential landing spot, especially with Sam Darnold now moving on, spreading his wings in Seattle. But he doesn't have the dynamics needed to actually really execute in this Vikings offense because he has to throw the ball down the field, which Sam Darnold did fantastic. On the other hand, Rodgers, I don't think he has it in him. A good reason why Rodgers would be attending also is to spruce up J.J. McCarthy. Rodgers, who was basically a coach of the Jets last year, let's just be honest, and J.J. McCarthy can benefit greatly from having a veteran presence. Next up is the Cleveland Browns, and literally as I was writing this and doing this, it turns out that Kenny Pickett, Philadelphia Eagle, just got traded to the Browns. So congrats to Kenny Pickett. So I don't know if it's going to make the most sense for Aaron Rodgers, but it does also kind of feel like a Browns thing to then pick up Kenny Pickett and be like, oh wait, actually, how about Aaron Rodgers? So why would that work? Well, Cleveland Browns, they actually are able to catch the ball a little bit, surprisingly. I mean, you have Jerry Jeudy there, so you can catch the ball, go down the field, and they just need a bridge quarterback again, where I feel like the Browns just perpetually need a bridge quarterback, except that one time Johnny Manziel was there, and then Baker Mayfield, and then they were like, Baker Mayfield, we hate you, and then now Baker Mayfield's like, I hate you, but I'm fantastic. So that's where I see the Browns going. I don't really think I need to go in detail because Aaron Rodgers, you're kind of not going there, kid. The last one is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Russell Wilson's probably going to go there, especially with Justin Fields getting traded away to the Jets. And Russell Wilson knows how to throw a deep ball. They just acquired DK Metcalf. And then on the other side, you have Mr. Crazy himself, George Pickens. So those two are just going to be fighting each other. And it would be amazing to watch them play a game of hopscotch, just 1v1, and just see who comes out on top. Rodgers could be an interesting case for the Steelers, right? He doesn't have the deep arm, but he's very smart and savvy. And the Steelers might just need something like that where they're like, hey, a bridge quarterback, we're not the best. pick up an actual quarterback and start going. I think Joe Milton would be a fantastic fit for the Steelers. He can just bomb it out, air it out, learn behind Russell Wilson, and then call it a day. But to summarize everything that we went over, right, he could land in the Giants, he could land into the Vikings, he could land into the Browns, although the Browns, as I'm writing this, does not seem likely. But look, in the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers is going to be part of the New York Giants, and he's not going to move anywhere. It's going to be absolutely hysterical to see how pissed off these Giants fans get. And me, for myself, my own pleasure, I'm going to absolutely love seeing this. So, look, we're going to be breaking down a lot of other people. Please make sure to see my other video that's about to be uploaded, which is, hey, DK, the guy is nuts, but he can catch a football. That might be the title of it, and I think I might just create it right then and there. But make sure to like, subscribe, and then just keep on following me.